Okay, let's do this. Bonjour everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Luisa. You are watching S.A.D, and for today's video I'm going to talk about a subject that is not super fun, but I think it's important to talk about it. I am going to talk about seasonal depression. As a disclaimer, I'm not a professional. I'm just a person who's going through it, has been going through it for a few years now, and I think I have a few tips that can help you guys if you're going through it too. Now, if you are dealing with hardcore depression and you feel alone, you feel like there's no one around you that can help you or understands you, I'm going to put a phone number right here. I just want you to know that you are not alone in this. There are professionals out there who will help you, who will guide you, but you have to do the first step. Okay, so here's the phone number. Call it. You will get out of this. Alright, lastly, if you enjoy my videos, if you enjoy my content, if you've been watching more than one video, feel free to subscribe to my channel. It is free. It's just a click of a button, and you'll have notification every time I post a new video. If you enjoy the content of this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you have a few tips on how you deal with your seasonal depression, please put it in the comment section. It's gonna help so many of us. You have no idea. And if you think that this video could help friends or anybody who's in need, feel free to share it with your friends, share it on your social media. You never know who's gonna watch it. Okay, all right, with no further ado, let's get to this video. Okay, so for me, seasonal depression happens from, I want to say, mid-October until early March. From the moment really we change to winter hours until we switch back to summer hours, I hit the peak of it in December and January. So right now for me it's the time where it's the hardest. The reason why I have seasonal depression, the reason why most people have seasonal depression, is because of the lack of sunlight. It also has been proven that people with a lot of melanin in their skin, so the darker the skin tone, the harder the seasonal depression is, okay? I only realized a few years back that I was dealing with seasonal depression. Before, I thought I was just going through my funk. I like to call it the funk. Actually, for this video, I'm gonna call it the funk because I think it's a funnier name of, we need to light things up a little bit. It's already a heavy topic, so I'm gonna call it the funk throughout this video. And then I realized that actually it is a medical term. It has been studied. It is proven. It's not just me being crazy or going through my moods. I am having a physical reaction to a natural thing. I am lacking of sunlight. Okay, once I realized that, it was a big deal actually, because it took a lot of the weight out of the situation. It was not just me going crazy anymore. It was more of a scientific thing, like I just said. Then I was able to analyze myself throughout the year, and then I realized that it is true that between spring and summer and early fall, I am a lot more energetic, a lot more enthusiastic. I have a lot more positive thoughts. I have energy to do things. I have a lot of energy. Like, I work out all the time. I am I'm a goal achiever type of person, and that's really the majority of the year. I want to say I'm my true self. But once we hit that time of the year where the days are a lot shorter, I see myself slowly getting into the funk. And the way it manifests for me, I am a lot more tired throughout the day. I never get enough sleep. My energy level drops drastically. Physically, I am not as strong. I don't have the strength that I have throughout the year. And then mentally, I am bombarded with negative. All right, so the first thing that I did that really helped me out with my state of mind during the funky season, I started to pay a lot of attention to my thought system. I don't know if you heard, but I think at this point it's been scientifically proven that emotions have an effect on our body, okay? Panic attacks, anxieties, things like that have a negative effect on our body. It lowers our immune system and makes us more susceptible to disease. And on the other hand, anything that has to do with gratitude, peacefulness, love, and happiness tends to boost our immune system, make us stronger, and make us healthier. One thing that I realize is that when I enter the funk season, I am bombarded with negative thoughts. They just come left and right, one after the other, from the tiniest little thing, that insignificant thing that happened that day, to something dramatic that happened 25 years ago. Everything just comes in my brain at once, and it just one after the other. It came to a point where it was just overwhelming and I couldn't take it anymore, and I had to do something about it. So I decided to try to catch them when they come, those negative thoughts. I caught them and I snapped out of them right away. And I replaced them by something positive, either something related to what I was thinking about, or something that had absolutely nothing to do with what I was thinking about. But the exercise, because really it is a practice, it is a discipline, it is an exercise that you have to do every day, just like a workout, you guys. It's the same thing as a workout. Catch that negative thought and throw it away and redirect your brain to positive. And I promise you that by doing this every day for like a week or so, after a while, your brain will naturally go towards positive thinking, and your level of anxiety is drastically going to drop. But seriously, now I'm not talking about PTSD, although I've read some studies that says that there are some techniques for PTSD where you like snap, you do a movement just to snap you out of that. You see this is great. Like something, a movement that snaps you out of the memory of the trauma. But if you guys have something that's very serious, if you went through a very, very, very serious trauma, you need to talk to somebody. A therapy, there's nothing better than therapy, you guys, when it comes to trauma. So definitely. But if you're like me, you have not gone through crazy drama, but you're experiencing a seasonal funk and you need to get out of it, train your brain to stop and focus, redirect towards the positive. It will have an amazing effect on your body, trust me. The second thing that I did that really, really helped me out is to reassess my sleep pattern. The reason why I get into the funk is because I'm lacking of sunlight. It is the time of the year where the days are shorter, and where I live in New York City, by 4:30 p.m. usually it is dark outside, okay? And it really, really affects me. So I decided to force myself, train myself to go to bed between 10:30 p.m. and midnight and wake up at 7 a.m. At first it was hard because I'm a night owl and I like to create at night. I like to do my art at night. So I would go to bed at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, no problem. But I forced myself to get into that habit of going to bed between 10:30 midnight and wake up at 7 a.m. I actually used my cell phone to set up a sleep time reminder, and my alarm is set for 7 a.m. every morning. At first it was hard, like I said, because I would toss and turn in my bed for hours until I eventually fall asleep around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. But still I would wake up at 7 a.m. I would be super tired this entire day, but guess what? By the time night hits, by 10:30 p.m., your girl was ready to go to bed, and I slept really well. Now, of course, it took me a couple days to adjust to that rhythm, but once I got there, it really made a big difference in the energy level I had throughout my body throughout the day. Another thing I did in relation to sleep pattern is that I went to bed with my curtains open. The reason why is that I am pretty much chasing the sun. I want to make sure that I'm getting as much daylight as possible. So that means that I want the sunlight to hit my skin as soon as it's out. Okay, so by opening my curtains, I have the first ray of the morning, and then also waking up with the sunlight is a lot nicer than waking up in the dark and then opening the curtains. I don't know, for me it just woke me up a lot better. um what else? Oh yes, another thing I did is reassess my goals. My personality is that I am a goal achiever. I like to set goals for myself for the year and try to achieve them. When I reach this time of the year, the funky time of the year, it is harder for me to get motivation to do anything. And I would tend to beat myself up because I am not working hard enough on my goals. So what I'm doing differently now is that I am not beating myself up. I am actually understanding that this is a time of the year where I need to slow things down. First of all, I am acknowledging all that I've accomplished throughout the year, and I'm praising myself for that, and that's a big deal because I don't know about you, but personally, I am very fast at beating myself up for not doing enough, but I am not as quick to acknowledge how much work I've done so far. So during that time of the year, I reflect on all that I've accomplished so far. I praise myself for it, and I slow down. I allowed myself to slow down. And by that, I mean that I'm not working out as much as I usually do, if at all. I may not be eating as healthy as I usually do. I may not be working as hard on my YouTube channel, on my, whatever, my photography, my Instagram, my modeling. I may not be putting that much energy into it. And instead of beating myself up for it, I decided to actually allow myself to slow down. And so by doing this, I'm switching the energy from you're not good enough to it's time for you to rest. And this is everything in my world. Again, we're going from negative to positive, and thinking in that state of mind of it is the time of the year for you to slow down and to take your time and to rest, um, allows me to keep a positive energy, a more creative energy. It leaves place for new ideas. And sometimes I have to be honest, sometimes I wish I did a lot more. Sometimes when I see that my algorithm is going all the way down and I'm not growing as much as I should, it puts me down. But one thing I need to remember, and it's a great thing that I'm doing this video because I'm pretty much talking to myself right now, is that this time of the year does not define who I am as a person. It's a time for me to take to chill for a little bit. I know who I am, I know what I'm capable of, and I will always be that person. So I'm talking to you guys too. It's not because you're in the funk right now that this defines you as who you are for the rest of your life. It is just a time period, a short time period, and use it to introspect a little bit. Take that time to chill. It's okay. You're not less of a person because of it. All right. Oh, the next and last thing I do for myself is take time for creativity. I'm a very creative person. So for me, creativity is drawing, painting, doing macrames, creating my lotion, doing photography, and what else do? I do some wood burning. I have many endeavors in which I could be creative, making my YouTube videos being one of them too. I decided this year to start journaling, which I'm super excited about. I want to try bullet journaling, and I want to try art journaling. I can't wait to get started on that. Actually, kind of did already. Whatever creativity means to you, go for it. Make sure you make time in the day for it. It's super important, because when I get creative, I get in that meditative zone where time stops and nothing else matters but what I'm doing right now. And that is really really important when you're in the funk, to be able to get in that zone, you know. That also means cutting off social media. That also means, which is actually my next point, I forgot about social media. Cutting off social media, cutting off your phone, cutting off any distractions that will, you know, take you out the zone. So take time to get in the zone, to get creative, to focus your thoughts on something else but you. And then my last one is to cut off of the social media. You guessed it. Make sure you turn off all those notifications on your Instagram, on your Twitter, on your Facebook, on your YouTube, except for my channel. But make sure you cut off all those notifications. Make sure you unfollow people that are not bringing you joy. Make sure that you are surrounding yourself with role models or inspirational people that are bringing you something positive, not that are making you feel less of. That's not the goal here. Okay. Yeah, like declutter your social media a little bit. I'm sure you've heard that around a lot, because social media could be a great source of empowerment. It could be very empowering. I'm not sure if this is correct English, but you know, you get the point. But it can also make you feel really shitty about yourself, you know. So it's okay to cut it off. Just not my channel. Alright, my loves, I'm gonna stop here because I don't want this video to be too long. These are a few of the things that I'm doing that I wanted to share with you. I'm sure I'm gonna turn this off, edit this video, and be like, oh my gosh, why did I not talk about this, or why did I not talk about that? But it's okay. I want you guys to share in the comment section what are your tips and tricks to get out of the funk. Well, one of them I forgot to mention, but pamper yourself, you know. A little spa day here and there is not going to hurt anybody. Actually, it's going to do you good, right? I know I do them a lot more in the funky season than I would any other time of the year. So, you know, anything that makes you feel good, in moderation, of course. All right, I'm gonna go. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I will see you guys next week with a new video. Until then, my love, stay happy, stay healthy, have a beautiful life. Au revoir et à bientôt. Hey, c'est la vie.